Hi everyone, my name is Bundit Ungrangsee.
I'm Mary Ungrangsee.
And today we're going to give 3 tips on successful interracial marriage. So many people have asked us what are the secrets of our success. We've been married, 15, 16 years? 16 years. That's what's successful right there. You don't remember how many years you've been married. Okay, so number 1, learn about other people's culture. Okay, learn about the other person's culture. I'm from Thailand, she's from America, and basically I was in America for almost 20 years. And she was in Asia.
I lived in Asia for most of my life, and I lived in Thailand for 2 years before I met him.
Before she met me. So when I met her, she knew a little bit about Asian culture, about Thai culture. She even spoke Thai. So the fact that we understand each other's cultures helped a lot. And I know that is a major reason why many interracial marriages fail. Because culture is one of the hardest thing to understand. You know, I was in America working as a conductor, as orchestra conductor for many years professionally, and I still had to learn something about the way American things take a long time to understand because I grew up in Thailand for almost 20 years. So it was almost a culture shock for me, you know, the first time I went to America.
Culture underpins so many of the assumptions that we make about other people, assumptions about their motivations for doing things or the way that they communicate. And so if you don't have that understanding of your spouse's culture and where they're coming from, there's going to be a lot of misunderstanding. And that misunderstanding and that can be avoided by putting some effort into understanding your spouse's culture, where they're coming from, what their assumptions are, what it is that's important to them. And what's important in their culture, and it will help so much in overcoming a lot of those misunderstandings or mixed signals or trying to understand where the other person is coming from. And that brings us to on our tips, which is you've got to listen. Really, really listen to the other person. We talked a little bit already about culture and about how culture underpins so many of the assumptions that we make in our daily lives. And so you've really got to listen to what your spouse is saying and then reflect back to them what it is that you are understanding. Because a lot of times what you might think they're saying really isn't what they're trying to communicate at all. So you've got to really listen to what it is they're saying and then reflect back to them what it is that you're hearing, what it is that you understand, so that you make sure you're on the same page, that you make sure that you really are understanding what it is that they're trying to communicate. Don't just jump to conclusions and think you know what it is they're trying to tell you or what it is they're feeling unless you've confirmed that with them. Because you do come from 2 different cultures, it's very, very easy to get your signals crossed and to misunderstand where the other person is coming from if you're not very, very clear and if you're not really making the effort to listen to them without passing judgment first.
And number 3, I think it's important to learn a little bit about the other person's language, the spouse language.
Yes.
If you can speak it a little bit, it's much
Even better. Yes.
Yeah. You speak another person's language, you get into that. See their views of life, you know. I speak about 6 languages, and I can tell you, once you speak the other person's languages, you can understand their viewpoints.
Language really does shape the way you view the world, and it really does shape how you interpret certain events. And so if you can put yourself inside somebody else's head by learning to speak their language, it can do wonders for your relationship.
Right. She speaks Thai fluently. She speaks Thai probably better than I speak Thai. Her behavior even change when she speaks 2 languages, you know, when she speaks English and speak Thai.
I can feel the difference myself. Speaking English, I'm one way. Speaking Thai, I'm slightly different. And that's just a function of the language working inside my brain.
Right. And that's true for everybody. Tony Robbins, which is number 1 world success strategist. Yeah. So he's even said that, you know, once you learn another person's accents, another language, you start to think like them. So that's the key to relationship, any kind of relationship, international relationship. Like, I think the world would be at a better place if we start learning other people's languages, and then we bond a little bit more, you know, instead of having these wars, we have peace. So anyway, that's the 3 tips for today, and we will see you for the next tip. Please leave the comments below, and we would love to hear from you. We will send you love, and goodbye for this clip.
Take care.
Bye bye.